It's officially Flipmas, and this year I'm flipping my way to Christmas. Starting December 1st, I'll be dropping 12 furniture flip makeovers every other day, all the way through Christmas Eve. We're talking curbside finds, Facebook Marketplace rescues, and a whole lot of paint magic. And if we're good enough, hopefully Santa will come leave us some supplies under the tree for us to use throughout the process. Each flip has its own story. Some are total disasters, and some are dream pieces. But every single one is getting saved from the landfill and turning into something worth showing off under the tree. If you love a good before and after, satisfying sanding shots, and that fresh paint reveal, this series is for you. So grab your cocoa, turn up the Christmas playlist, and follow along for the 12 days of Furniture Flipmas, because this holiday season, we're making old furniture merry and bright again. Welcome to Flipmas. Let's get to work. Welcome to Flipmas Day 3. This is a 12-part series where I refinish a piece of furniture every other day leading up to Christmas. This piece I got a few months ago as part of a free set, but I haven't known what to do with it. But today, I finally know what we're going to do. I have a grid plan that's going to take it from basic to baddie. Let's get to work. Chest of drawers can be a struggle. They don't bring in a lot of profit for a variety of reasons, and this one hits them all. It's not terribly large, it's not made of solid wood, it doesn't have legs that elevate it, and it doesn't have any inherent design interest. I've been on the fence for a while if it's even worth refinishing, because I've been thinking if I paint it a solid color, I'd be lucky to even get $100 out of it, which just isn't worth my stress right now. So what do you do when you have such a low value piece that would still remain low even after a refresh? You add interest. That might be new legs or some details on the front of it. And for this case in particular, I'm planning to add walnut trim to the front drawers. Wood tones are back in, so I'm hoping this extra enhancement will increase the overall value of this piece and make it worth my while. But before we can add the fun stuff, we gotta start with the basics. Fill in the old knob holes and do a scuff sand. Sometimes I think these cheap particle board dressers can be harder to deal with because the particle board absorbs moisture and bubbles really quickly. So when I sand down this Bondo, I'm exposing a lot of that absorbent particle board, and as soon as my water-based primer or paint hits it, it's gonna swell. So to resolve this, you need to cover it with either like a shellac or oil-based product. Bin primer is a really good one that you can use, and you can buy it in a can too, so it makes cleanup very easy. So you just spray it over just the exposed parts of this particle board and it should stay sealed up. Then when it's dry, you can go back over it with your water-based products per your normal application type. You know the drill, the drawers overlap, so we need to spray in batches. Once with the drawers out, and then again with the drawers in, covering the drawer slide tracks with tape. The primer of choice today is water-based Sticks primer, and it's been my go-to lately. For extra drawer protection, I'm adding masking tape to keep these insides of the drawers nice and clean. Paint reveal. I'm going dark with this one. Lately, I've been obsessed with the black paint paired with walnut. I've gotten a lot of requests to do it, and I appreciate the moody vibes. Since this is a chest of drawers, it often appeals more to male buyers, so this also may align well with that demographic. My color of choice today is called Limousine Leather, and it's by Behr Paint. It's the perfect classic black paint. 2 coats of this and I already get full coverage. And guys, where is my sunlight? It's hard adjusting to these short days as winter's creeping in, and it's making me realize that I need some better light setup to get through another winter, especially when dark colors are trending. I try my hardest to never take pictures or paint after dark because the natural light really is the best. You know my Graco sprayer does the best job on my final coat. So let's wrap up this paint and move on to our walnut details. Alright, it's time for the math to math. We're adding vertical trim pieces to these drawers, so we need to make sure that it's all symmetrical and evenly spaced. I decided the easiest way for me to do that is to add a long piece of tape across the top drawer, mark out where my accents will be, then I'll grab my laser level to cascade that down to the rest of my drawers for a flawless alignment. I'm using a miter saw to cut down my trim into smaller sections, then do a quick fit check to make sure it looks good before committing and cutting the rest. I'm crossing my fingers that I have enough material for all these drawers. Nothing kills the vibe more than an impromptu visit to the hardware store for more material. In my mind, this step was going to take hours, so I was a little unsure if I even wanted to do it, but staining all these sticks actually went pretty fast. I used a damp sponge and went to work wiping the sticks evenly with my dark walnut stain. And to keep it simple, I sprayed them with top coat. I opted to use some of my leftover spray top coat, so I didn't need to get my whole spray setup out and dirty all over again. Paying up and having some of this ready-to-go aerosol products can be a real time saver. I spent a lot of time thinking about how to apply these sticks. I anticipated attaching them with glue and then also a nail gun, but when I stuck the stick on with just glue, I was so happy to see that it was staying in place all on its own. I was worried that it would droop and I would need to nail it in place, but it seemed like this was going to be pretty easy and fast to attach all these. I used my template on the top drawer to line up the laser level, then I just went down the row gluing these on. I wiped off the excess glue, nudged these pieces in place, and that was that. It was actually really easy and extremely satisfying. Now that I know where these vertical accent pieces lie on the dresser, I can mark out where I want these knobs to be. Again, this piece is kind of boring, so I spent some time finding knobs that have a little extra detailing on it. I couldn't have been more pleased with how this turned out. Do you see where we started and where we ended? I mean, come on, this is awesome. What a huge transformation from such a boring dresser into a unique statement piece. I'm so glad that I went out of my comfort zone. It did something fun and creative to bring life back to it. But the real question awaits. Was all this extra work worth it? Did I sell it for more money? Or do small particle board chests of drawers really belong in the trash? I'll let you decide in the comments below, but let me tell you how the profit turned out. I got this for free. which is always a great start. Then spent $15 on purchasing the trim, $15 on knobs, and about $15 in the miscellaneous materials like paint and stain. And drumroll, it sat on the market for weeks and I only got $250 out of it. Womp womp, I was so sad. This piece really spoke to me and I personally absolutely loved it, and I'm honestly shocked that it didn't sell faster. So let me know what you think about the profit breakdown in the comments. Did the extra work bring more profit, or did I waste my time? Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, check out my previous Flipmas videos and come back December 7th for another holiday twirl with a huge solid wood dresser.